Okay. Should hopefully already be warmed up. At least I hope so. Solely because, I mean, I've had the headset on for like an hour ish, maybe two. So the mic itself should be good. I was also playing with Boss from a little bit, so. Fucking. It's been weird, man. Nothing bad. I mean, everything's been pretty alright. I think it's just more of, I don't even know how to explain it. Sorry, I just brushed my teeth a bit ago and you might hear fucking saliva. Or, that sounds disgusting. I don't know. Water, mouth, so lips be making noise, I guess. Always had an issue with it. I think anyone who's been around me long enough, whether probably more talking to me through here, could probably hear the disgusting fucking sound every now and then, or I don't know. Or when I say my S's sometimes, you can, fucking, I hate that. It makes me feel insecure, I won't lie. Just, I don't know. Wish my mouth wasn't built the way it was, but I also have fault in that. When I was growing up, from all the funny injuries I partook in, to just, I don't know, I never did thumb sucking. I never got the hype, I guess, when I was like a fucking toddler of thumb sucking. But I mean, hey, to each their own. But no, I mean, I turned this on for a couple of reasons. I think I just kind of want to talk my head off because I think I need to. I think this is also more like also a substitute. One of the things I was told in like doing therapy and all was talking out loud is never a bad thing. Like, you're not fucking weird or insane for doing it, but I don't know. I feel like it is to me, or I don't know. Fuck, not like that. When I do it, I still just feel cringy and awkward. So I'm just like, hey, maybe if I did this, it kind of feels more justified and whatnot. So this kind of helps me to feel less weird about it, I guess. But no, I mean, I have a lot in mind. My brain has been, I don't know, it feels like an oversized fucking water balloon. It just feels heavy and just, swish swash or whatever fucking sounds are made. But yeah, no, I mean, it's all weird, it's all goofy. When I think of doing these, I always have something in mind about them, and no one knows about these solely because I don't want them to know. Like I've mentioned previously, if these are ever found, whether I'm here or not anymore, depending on the timeline of things, whatever. I don't really care. It doesn't bother me. I think every now and then I feel embarrassed to the point where I want to delete most of them. Hell, some of them are only, I have some that are specifically only link available or whatever it's called, where I have to share the link in order for somebody to watch it. I would private them, but I don't think I need to go to that extent because the link is practically privating just if you want to share it, essentially. But I don't have any plans of sharing it. So whatever ends up ever happening in life, I guess. I mean, I have every piece of information you ever need, and like my journals around me and stuff like that. I've always documented anything anyone may ever need from me. And yeah, I just pray and hope I never lose that stuff. I doubt it. I mean, I've had the majority of these things for years. Like, I even have some in my closet still, some old notebooks um, from when I was a kid that my dad would make me write down. I mean, I even have his old notebooks where he would do the same thing, but most of his stuff was like contact info, depending on whatever he was doing that day, month, or week. Regardless, I sound like a fucking weirdo. Anyways, but in the topic of this, what I wanted to bring up was a couple of days ago I had asked Bostro about like doing something like this because, or fuck, how do I word this a little better? Okay, this reminded me of the couple of times I remember people had commented to me, whether it be like Overwatch or VC comp, when I would do like when I actually like talk and actually use VC. When I did the team stuff, or when I met some of the people I do now, or I know now, or maybe I don't talk to them anymore, but I still have socials and shit like that. I've gotten the same comment a couple times of like, "Oh, your voice sounds nice. I feel like you do really well hosting like a podcast or some shit." Or, and I'm like, really? The podcast? You mean the one thing everyone's been making nowadays? And I don't know. I never liked the idea solely because I don't believe I'm not interesting enough to come up with a topic that'll keep someone engaged for a long period of time. That and I just don't believe the voice thing. I'm sorry, but I don't like the way I sound. And in no way, shape, or form have I ever like forced it or tried to. Like right now, if I sound the way I do, it's because I do still live with people. You know, in my own apartment. You know, my sister and my little sister, and they're currently trying to rest. So like, I'm gonna keep my voice a bit lower. Even though I have mic monitoring going and I can essentially hear myself, and I know I'm not being extremely loud still. Like, it's just, I just want to be respectful. And even in the daytime, like, my voice definitely does shift in terms of tones, where it's a lot more lighter and less raspier, but I still like keeping the rasp. Not intentionally. I don't know, it's just how I've sounded ever since fucking puberty, I guess. I don't know. There's not even much of a rasp. Like, especially when I hear myself back, like, I can feel the rasp, but there's not rasp coming out. And I'm glad. I'm fucking happy I don't have that rasp, because then I think at that point people would be like, you're sounding like that, you're forcing and blah blah blah. And just, I don't know. I've always been insecure of that aspect because I fucking hate people who sound like that. So to ever be compared to something like that would fucking annihilate me. It would destroy me. Like, fuck. Damn, I'm so sad. But nonetheless, I was talking to Bostrom about that. Like, hey, do you remember that one time we were playing comp and that one guy, because we were fucking being stupid. It was like one of the first times I had met Bostrom. And he had asked me, like, oh, can you, like, coach me? Supposedly, jokingly. Like, let's just do some comp, bro. And I was like, fuck it, sure. I gotta run some errands around my house, and then I had to go out, and then I'll be back. So after that, are you still down, like, in an hour-ish? And he's like, yeah. So, you know, all the time passes. I come home, we end up hopping on. And it was like the first time talking to him one-on-one, and it was pretty fucking nerve-wracking. Because, I don't know, that's how it is meeting new people. It's always pretty nerve-wracking, because although maybe you have an idea of them, or whether it's even just like a freshly new person, it's just like, so, you know, the weather is fucking great today, ain't it? But, I mean, obviously I don't fucking talk like that. I'm just being fucking quirky, I guess. But, no, we hit it off pretty well. It was pretty fun. And he's like, have you ever played, like, have you played comp in VC? And I was like, yeah. He's like, did you ever sound like the way you do in scrims? I'm like, God, no, I just listen. He's like, we should do that and like fuck with people. And I'm like, sure, I'm on a alt account, so why not? And I remember the first game, we made it seem like we weren't together because Overwatch had removed that little thing where it shows that people are grouped together, which, in my opinion, stupidest fucking thing they could have done. I mean, sure, the UI looks a lot nicer and cleaner and all that shebang, but I still would have definitely liked nowadays to have something, like some kind of marker or something to indicate that these people are in a group. Because a lot of things would make sense at that point, but I think it wouldn't help anybody. I think it's just mostly, I don't know, I feel like it'll just bring people to be assholes, or it'll encourage people to be assholes. So, although no benefit, I don't know. I think I just would like to see. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I really am just. Maybe I really do want it solely just to see who it is, so I can fucking be assholes if they're being assholes back or something. Fuck, I'm the problem. Anyways. But the first game we initially got in, Bostrom, what was it? Fuck, it was weird. So, Xbox Party Chat and Overwatch VC were bugged out at the time, where I could be in party, and I could still hear people in game, and then I could just swap pretty easily by clicking the quick access menu thingy. And I switch over, I switch over to party. Bostrom switches over as soon as we win point. I was playing ball, and Bostrom's like, wouldn't it be funny if you just randomly use your ultimate here to kind of hear what these guys are saying? Because they were fucking whining and shit beforehand, and this was 6v6 era. So it was, I had a Rhine as my main tank, and I was off tanking as ball, and I did fine, I did great. And we just won point. King's Row. We're going underneath that, like, over that underpass, or the choke area after claiming point. And I use mines, and we go back in there. And our tank, Reinhardt, who was being a fucking weirdo, along with his duo, one of the supports, he started making comments as well, being like, what the fuck, dude? We could have fucking used that for the next fight. You're the only one with an ult, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, sorry, guys, it's my first time playing the game. I totally misclicked. And Bostrom was just fucking giggling in the party, and I was like, motherfucker. And then Bostrom joins in the little rebuttal they're having. He starts shitting on me too. He's like, yeah, what is your fucking problem, dude? Like, come on. And I'm like, son of a bitch. Like, oh, I don't like this feeling. I was like, whatever, this is stupid. And the game went well. We unfortunately lost it. And after that, everyone else who hadn't spoken before from our other support and our DPS all blamed me and started giving me shit. And I mean, I took it well. I went back in there, I'm like, sorry guys, like, that one ultimate really made the biggest change, I guess, out of all the other different players we had opportunities to win. And like, fuck you, like, KYS and shit like that. I was like, wow, damn. And Bostrom stayed quiet after that. And we go back into party. He's like, I'm so sorry, man. I didn't think they were going to be like that. And I was like, oh, it's Overwatch. You kind of get used to it. He's like, how long has it been since you joined a VC? And I'm like, a while. But I'm glad to see nothing's changed. He's like, yeah. So that was the first time we ever did that. But the next game, he's like, okay, let's actually take it seriously and see if we can get people to chat. I was like, sure, I guess. I start talking. And I actually start making callouts as I would for like team stuff, but not like too heavily because I don't want to overwhelm anybody. But I noticed that our supports aren't like communicating; they're only communicating through ping because the system was already implemented. And I tried helping them out. They had a Sombra, they were getting Dove. It was Numbani? No, not Numbani. People, fucking Nepal. It was Nepal. And it was the one with the statue, the elephant statue on the right side. We had an Ana who was getting jumped by a Sombra. And I kept helping her, because I kept hearing the ping. And, you know, I was playing Cassidy, so of course, why wouldn't I, like, go help? And so I go help, and I make the call like, hey, our supports are getting jumped, and I ask our diva who's playing like semi-dive with me, like, hey, we should peel for our supports a little more. And he's like, yeah, no problem, man. By the way, are you like, do you like host a podcast or anything like that? Because you definitely got the voice for it. And I was like, oh shit. I told him like, no, I don't. I just I think I just sound like this. And he's like, oh wow, really? You should definitely do it. And like, if you ever come across me again, send me the link. And I was like, I'm not that interested, but I appreciate the comment. And he was like, yeah, no. And then we go back into the game. We start diving again. We start having their backline. And at the end of it, he makes the comment again. He's like, good shit, man. I think like you actually helped me focus more. I was like, yeah, no problem. Yeah, guys, whatever the fuck. And Bostrom and I were just talking about it. He's like, you know, you're not wrong. You should try doing something like that. And I was like, no. Like, I don't hear what people can hear. And I'm not trying to be like fucking humble or something. I genuinely do not believe that I have anything worthy of something like that. And I'm not trying to like be like, I don't know. I'm not trying to like put my fucking hand on my back, scratching and like that one fucking anime picture. Like, oh, you know, I'm so quirky and I'm just acting oblivious, and now I'm gonna start fucking being weird about it. But I had mentioned it to him recently. He's like, I do remember that. It's fucking crazy. He's like, please don't ever like do a podcast. And I'm like, no, God, no. He's like, there's too many of them in the world. He's like, yeah, no, I feel like anyone nowadays who makes a podcast are just following the trend, believing that they're mildly interesting enough to run one. And he was just telling me like, yeah, no, like I told him like, oh, that one girl, the fucking Augh girl, you know, that whole thing fucking fell terribly. I don't know if she still does it anymore, but I feel like anyone, or I don't know, there was definitely a bigger time when people were jumping on that gun because they believed it was such an easy thing to do that, you know. Well, I don't know, like, maybe it was like an ego thing people were doing, where people believed immediately, like, oh, I'm fucking great, I'm cool, I'm pretty interesting and funny, let me do this, and I'm sure it'll make me $1 million in no time. And it's like, no. I fucking hated that era. Because there was a lot of them YouTubers that, like, you never hear about until, like, some drama stirs up about them, but they're, like, pretty big creators. Yeah, like, joining on that trend. I think the biggest one I can really think of is that one family that, what was it? They did like a basketball tournament for YouTubers and stuff like that, and they invited, I don't know how they selected these people, but they invited like some pretty big YouTubers as well. Maybe they invited a bunch, but the whole time they didn't like accept. I don't know. Ace Family, yeah. And what was it? I forgot who won that whole thing, but they didn't even give out the whatever amount payout because I forgot, was it them that said that? Where they were like, oh, fucking, we put your name and gave you free clout. That should be enough payment as is. And people were getting upset because there was like a pretty big cash prize. And to be fair, the people who joined, I don't think they need the money. They were all like pretty big YouTubers, which I'm sure they probably had fucking millions in their fucking pockets as is, so I don't think they had any right to be upset, but I don't know. Not my problem. It's an old thing. Or not my problem, sorry. I said that just I didn't mean to say that. It's whatever. It happened ages ago, but no, fucking. God, no, fucking. Podcasters. Speaking of podcasters, I actually have been watching, or listening, I guess. I mean, they do YouTube videos. The Backyard Boys, I think, is what they're called, or something like that. They're fucking hilarious, man. I'm not, like, big into podcasts. But to be fair, I've never ventured into them that well. But their shit is just, it's great. It's funny. I love it. I love the little skits that come out and the clips and whatnot in their entire videos. They had one recently called "To Leave the Punch Monkey Alone." That whole like thing with the plushie, people were feeling bad for the monkey, which I mean I did too. But I think when something gets semi-popular, it gets weirdly annoying. But I think for this one in specific, since it is a cute little animal, the old people of Facebook immediately started barraging the comment sections with anything in terms of it, or anything involving the Punch the Monkey. And I think they even got like, they started like threatening the zoo or something, or like issuing complaints. And the zoo's somewhere not in the U.S. from what I remember. I'm not gonna say specifically because I do not want to butcher it and sound stupid, but and I think they started flooding like their socials and stuff of the zoo with like just a bunch of bullshit, being like, "Oh, you guys are mistreating animals and doing this for the clout," blah, blah, blah. But it's like this happens a lot to a lot of like baby monkeys that need to or get adopted by whatnot. Like this is like the reality of life. Like this is just nature's thing, and they do still interfere, obviously, especially when it gets pretty hasty. But out in the wild, it's about the same thing. And people, or the old people at least that I saw, I'm sure there's a couple of young people, being weird about it all, and I hate it. I hate stuff like that, especially when it starts blowing up. Because at first I was like, oh, poor little monkey, that's adorable. He wants his little plushie for help and whatnot. And oh yeah, I remember a lot of animals didn't do that. I mean, there was this one animal. Oh, owls. Owls do that, from what I remember. And bear cubs and stuff like that. I watched, oh my god, this was ages ago. But I fucking hell. When I was going through like a super rough time in my life around like 2017, 18, like somewhere in between. Probably like the end of 2017, beginning of 2018. Everything was pretty rough, and I'm not going to go into detail, of course, but to cheer myself up, I shit you not, search up cute animal videos verbatim on YouTube on my phone, on my shitty little LG, and I just watch. And I learned a lot about like owls and bears, specifically because I love those two animals a lot. And I saw that like when they find owls or baby owls abandoned, they give them a little plushie to also like kind of get comfortable towards. I think penguins do the same thing if I'm not wrong, but I don't know, I remember. And bear cubs and there's a certain bird, I think, or fuck, I think they do that with a lot of animals to begin with. But I'm thinking of a video I saw specifically of a bird, and I think I used to follow this little bird on Instagram or something back in the day. Back in my day. No. But it was just like a cute little bald bird. I think it was a little parrot of some sort. Probably one of them colored ones, because I fucking love those little things. I forgot what they're called. It comes to me every now and then, but no, I mean, they, yeah, no, it's, I don't know, I just remember doing that. I don't know why. I think I was just kind of, just going through it again, and, I don't remember. I think I just wanted anything to give me some kind of, like, dopamine or some serotonin or some shit. And, I mean, I love animals, so I was like, although this makes me feel like an old Facebook mom, I don't care. Animals are cute, and if anyone ever came across this, then it's pretty justifiable. Who the fuck doesn't like a cute little bear or a cute little parakeet or a cockatoo or cockatoo? What is whatever? Like I don't know. I remember watching those fucking Oh my god, I still have them saved. The Animal Planet, the when they would go through the different type of cat breeds and dog breeds and like that was a good watch. I remember when you fell asleep when we were watching this type of Labrador, and I was just you kept waking up every time I made a comment and laughing, and I was like, you know what I'm saying? That shit was so fucking goofy. But it's because one of the fucking dogs was being such an asshole. One of the puppies, fucking making the other ones roll over and shit. I was like, damn, what a fucking asshole. I hope he doesn't win this race. And he didn't. And he got all sad. And I'm like, oh, boo. That's what you get for eating all the damn food, little freak. I just remember, just stop being so mean to them. I'm like, what? Nah, look at that shit. That's not right. You gotta learn some manners. That's stupid. But fun watches. I had forgotten about them completely until you brought them up again. You would fall asleep just watching those. I still have the fucking playlist someone had made that I had saved, but I obviously haven't watched them in forever. But no, yeah. I'm going to like to topic. I don't think this will be like that much of a long stream. I wanna use up the 2-day affinity booster thing that they gave us in Warframe. Kinda sucks that they got hacked last night. I barely saw about it this morning. I think they issued an alert on Discord or something where they were like, oh, fucking, I don't know, there was just some weirdo throwing out some profanity and saying some fucked up crude shit. And it kind of sucks. It kind of makes me, it's very upsetting considering that I feel like Warframe and its community is like the one place where things are, I don't know, people aren't that fucking weird. We're all just like fucking old and just vibing. We all love robots. And so I'm just like, huh. Of all the games you could have done that for and whatnot. Because you normally hear stuff like that when it comes to like some major Blizzard titles. Like I know Diablo went under it one time and it was pretty tame. Because I think they had like a huge team because they had taken a bunch of resources from other games when fucking Bobby, whatever his name is, fucking asshole, I was just trying to make money from the big sellers at the moment. And Kotek, or I don't know, whatever. But I remember Diablo went under it, Overwatch obviously, LOL, WOW, just a bunch of Blizzard titles. I mean, even COD with Activision and Blizzard being a whole thing now. But usually with those, you always hear that the hackers' intentions were just to fuck with the development team and shit like that because I didn't like this update. I didn't like this. Oh, I fucking hate this weapon you added. Or I just hate you guys because I spent so much money by choice. Fuck you. And it's like, okay, damn. Whatever. But this time around, it just kind of felt like it was for funsies. Not that, like, the other fucking weirdos who do it and don't do it for funsies. I'm sure not all of them have an agenda behind it, but to do it to Warframe, I don't know, it kind of strikes me, or it shocks me, just because I'm like, I would have never thought. But maybe they're doing it to, I don't know, gain clout, or knowing that the game's going to have another major title update here on the 25th. And I don't know, the bigger the audience, the better, maybe. I don't know. I don't know anything about any of that stuff, and never would I want to quarrel with anyone like that, but nonetheless, it just definitely sucks for that community, because out of every gaming community, or any community of any sort, I've always found that one to be pretty tame and nice, and I love the fucking global chat they got over there, or I don't know what it's called, region chat. I've striked up so many conversations with people that I'll never see again, or that I actually do see there pretty often, whatnot. I know a couple have sent me like friend requests here and there, but I always decline them. And I feel bad, but at the same time, I have no intent to play with any of you. I'm sorry, but you know, Godspeed to you and all. I'm just a fucking loser, I guess. It's just preference. I don't know. I usually like playing Warframe on my own. I mean, that's how I started, and I just enjoy it. Just kind of vibe and put some music pretty loudly, or put some music loud and just relax. And especially when you have like a goal, like, oh, I'm gonna farm relics for whatchamacallit, void fissures, I think. No, well, void fissures are the things you pick up. I'm gonna farm relics for the fucking blue thing that makes your relics exceptional and shit. Now I forget what it's called. But I mean, that's what I was doing lately, where I've been doing that so I can buy the relics I need to get the frames and weapons I need or want. Like, I need to build Korra because she's a loot frame and I don't have a loot frame. I don't even have a stealth frame, but I'm doing the circuit to get that done. And yeah, I'll probably do some tonight, honestly, because I don't feel fucking a lick of tired. I don't think I used that phrasing right. I just wanted to give it a shot, I won't lie. But I might do fucking Duviri or whatever it's called. I also need to do the Revenant stuff because I have that Warframe quest that I haven't done. Fuck, I need to invest into doing that at some point to get some easy MR levels. But I'm about to reach the soft cap where like I unlock everything. I know 19 is like the next one, but it's literally just for one item that I don't need ever. But I do plan on like not working on mastery rank after I reach 17 for like a long time because I need 17 for the Coda weapons, and I've done it all. It's just I can't claim them unless I'm master rank 17, and it's so stupid. Excuse me. I mean, thankfully it wasn't too hard getting there when I first started playing again. Solely because I've played the game for fucking years, and I before leaving it and picking it up and on and off, I like made sure that I had an abundance of materials. I remember it was like school nights. I would just play the fuck out of that and just get any material resource that seemed useful. And yeah, no, I have an abundance of it now. But it's definitely kicking my ass now that I've made so many weapons and frames and fed them to Walmart. Because I'm now low on like two things. I think it's Oxium and Oricon cells. But I'm slowly, gradually getting a fuck ton of Oricon cells. I also have a resource like dropper thing, which I'm probably gonna go to a thingy and get a booster for. Hoping and praying that someone has that good soup for me available. And then I'm just gonna do a bunch of Oricon cell farming. Which, I also have fucking 12 argon crystals for God knows what reason. So, yippee. I'm sure I'll be able to craft a couple of weapons that I haven't been able to before because of the argon crystals, so I'll get that going. I'm just taking my time on mastery rank 17 because, I don't know, I've been doing the Archon or whatever they're called, or the Incarnation weapons. And I also want to get the Pizza Slicer from 99 and that frame they have in there so I can sacrifice them to Walmart as well. But just a bunch of shit. But I'm also kind of waiting until the 25th because they're reworking the Kuva shit, getting that one guy off my damn planets so he stopped stealing my shit. Because I was stupid enough to restart it after finishing the one I had, but I spared the guy, and now he randomly comes up and shows me how it's done, as he says when he appears. No, Tenno doing wrong. This is the way you do it, Tenno. And I'm like, fuck you, fucking chud. That's his name. I'm not undergoing any, like, fucking phrasing from nowadays. But yeah, no, I mean, it's been fun, but ugh. Dun, 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 dun. Did I ever? Okay, I did submit that. Cool, 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 cool. What you want? Don't do me alone. Sorry, checking my phone, making sure I have everything set. My new phone's been great. I feel stupid for getting it sometimes because it has the pen function thingy. And I have no use for the pen. I literally used it for the first time last night. Like, in the way it's meant to be used, because I usually use it for editing, like picture editing. And I edit, like, my Discord PFP by adding, like, a little Barks Root Beer or my PSP Go, or I don't know. I was trying to give him David Martinez a jacket, but I would need something like Photoshop to individually cut the jacket and, like, shape it. Which, fuck, I kind of miss having that skill at some point. I used to know how to properly use Photoshop back in high school. And I didn't take classes for it. I didn't even take the fucking Microsoft one I was supposed to take. But they let it slide after COVID and whatnot. But, oh yeah, I'm not certified in Microsoft Excel. I should. I mean, it's not that hard to get certified. It takes like a week maybe. But I learned how to use Photoshop because my sister got a cracked version of it. And I just watched a fuck ton of videos of like what every little tool and everything did. And I used to do exactly what I'm talking about. I would edit photos. I would actually be able to shape things and make it look. I just put a stupid jacket on something, layer it and cut things out and be more precise. And she also had her first drawing tablet at that time, so it was a lot easier to, do and whatnot. And then eventually at some point I bought myself my own pen, and Dad had bought like this knockoff fucking tablet off of Amazon. That was like top seller thing, stupid shitty devices that aren't that good for the price they're selling them. And I had used this tablet to make a couple of edits for myself and whatnot. If anything, that's one of my first attempts of editing, which was terrible. It was not my best work. Was when Elizabeth and her fucking friends, well, her friends primarily, were accusing me of cheating solely because, what was it? Oh, because of Instagram, because people started like saying that I was part of the spam community, but all I would post were fucking memes, and it was cringy. And I was with Elizabeth, and I had gotten a text from someone in the spam community being like, can we do a share for share, blah, blah, blah. And I deleted the message. She thought it was like malicious of me, and I was like, no, it's just this shit where they try to make you promote their stuff, especially when you have a higher like follower account. She questioned me upon it. She's like, why do you like accept people like and have this high follower account? And I'm like, I mean I would like to share the funny images like somewhere where people can enjoy them. I guess that's like literally my only agenda ever. And like I think it's fun. I don't know. And she's like, do you ever communicate with people through it? And I'm like, not really, no. Like the most I've ever communicated with someone through any of that was maybe I leave like a happy birthday comment and they reply and they'll like add a little comment towards it sometimes, being like, I love your funny post or some shit. And I'm like, yeah, great, cool. And I hardly ever reply back, but and after that hangout, she told her friends that she had met in Minnesota because she was moving back and forth and she was only temporarily visiting. And her friend Victoria apparently told her that, like, you should check his phone, grab it when he's not looking, and, like, I'm sure he probably has something fucked up and he's hiding from you. And I'm like, what the fuck? But she told me about it. because we were gonna hang out that day. And before we even hung out, her friend messaged me, calling me a piece of shit and blah blah blah. And I know you're fucking cheating. And I'm like, and I texted her back and I was like, you know, what kind of fucking proof do you have? And she's like, I'm not gonna tell you. And I was like, if you want me to put my accounts on public, which the only thing that was privated was my Instagram account, because bots were a fucking terrible thing to deal with, and it was easy to sort through them by making them, forcing them to send a follow request. And yeah, so I was like, okay. And so I told her, like, no, like, I would never do that to her. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. The fact that you're accusing me of something like this, and yet you won't show me what you got, it's not like I can delete it from your phone or anything. Like, it just makes me believe that you probably just don't like me. And she's like, whatever. Elizabeth's already convinced that you're fucking doing this shit. And I'm like, oh my god. I was like, this is so fucking childish. Like, okay, I'll talk to her later today and see what's going on. So I meet her up at the mall and we're having a decent time. And I bring it up. I'm like, hey, I want to ask you something. She's like, I think I already know what you're going to ask. And I'm like, yeah, your friend messaged me this morning and she started telling me that she has proof that I'm cheating. Like, what is this about? Like, oh, like, as much as I'm enjoying my time currently, I just, like, I don't want this to just be, you know, something we don't address. And she's like, well, she believes it because you have a private Instagram. I'm like, you follow that Instagram, so there's nothing really private about it that, like, I post secretly. And she's like, it's not that, it's just when I saw you, I told her about the last time we hung out, and I saw your phone and you just deleted that message. She thinks that you maliciously, or you're secretly just messaging a bunch of people and deleting it after. And I was like, no. I mean, if there's any way I could, like, show you any of that, then by all means. But if you want to go through what I get now, go ahead. I haven't deleted anything, like, since that day. And she got my phone, she went through it, and I'm like, you can go through Messenger, you can go through my personal, like, actual SMS messages. I don't think I had anything else at the time. Oh, Snapchat, you can go through that. And she did, and she saw that I wasn't lying. And she's like, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't understand why they're like that. I think they just really care about me. And I'm like, I do too. But at the end of the day, I think I kind of feel a little, like, just, I don't know. I think I'm just kind of sad because I thought, like, we had built up enough trust for that stuff. But if you ever need anything more because of whatever reason you don't believe me, and fucking, yeah, just ask me. I don't mind. And she's like, no, it's fine. Just, but after that little rebuttal, her friend still did not believe me, so she ended up making, or calling me names. Especially after she cheated on me with, or she cheated, or yeah, she cheated on me with some fucking emo weirdo, another Spanish man who loves saying the N-word. Fucking a guy. And she still kept using names on me, against me, calling me Mophead. And so where this story was going is I embraced it. I embraced the fuck out of that nickname. And so I photoshopped very poorly because it was one of my first attempts of using Photoshop at something so simple and stupid. I had taken a really stupid recent picture of myself around that time, and I cropped out every fucking hair on my head, and then I just layered a mop, zoomed it in, layered a mop, and I was like, yeah, you know what, fuck you. And her friend had initially blocked me beforehand because I guess she was embarrassed about being fucking wrong. And then she unblocked me because she saw, like, I don't know, I guess she didn't delete the fucking chat messages and saw that I had changed my PFP to that. And she just texted me, you're a disgusting piece of fucking garbage. And I think she called me something racist in Spanish, or like something for Spanish folk. And I was like, great. I'm glad to see. And she hangs around these kind of fucking losers. And nah, And while she was like fucking around with that fucking emo dude, she messages me apologizing on their behalf. I'm so sorry for like what they've been saying, and I'm like, look, I don't care. Leave me alone. Jesus Christ. But that wasn't the last time I talked to her. She kept contacting me a bit after, and I won't lie, I did the same. But I don't think I did it to forgive her. I forgave her. I just didn't want her back in my life. Because, I mean, that's a lot to kind of go through, so I won't. But I initially, I think I just wanted closure. Because I think I got, like, so fucking insecure after that. And I just kept that, like, I messaged her one day, and I asked her, like, why? Like, why the fuck did you do that? And she's like, well, I think I was convinced that you were doing something, so I figured I'd do it in advance. And I was like, that doesn't really answer my question. Like, that's just fucked up. And she's like, well, you got your answer, so I don't know what you want. And I'm like, I don't know, not to feel like this, and just being an asshole about it. And I was just like, at some point I cut my losses. It took me about a month and a half, I think. Solely because, I mean, I think it's a lot easier to move on from somebody that you can find reasons to dislike and hate. Especially when someone's done something like that to you, it's like, fuck, no. I'm not gonna stick around to see any results. Like, I need to leave. And yeah, I mean, it took me about like a year and a half to fully get over it. And well, while I was doing all that, I started doing the small gigs and stuff that I had going on, and trying to advance life, focus on school, and God, I worked my ass off on a lot of things around then. I was only like 17, and I know it's not like a crazy fucking age for someone to start working, because, you know, people have worked a lot earlier than that, or all those things. But I remember that around that time, I just kind of, I don't know, kind of lost a lot of myself, and I had to rebuild again, and it was a weird time, because before I knew it, I was no longer with Mom. And I kept looking back, and I'm just like, fuck, man, I'm tired. And then it was like 5 years had passed at that point. 6. I just remember laying on my bed. I looked over at the calendar. It was the funny day and my birthday. And I wake up to a message. And it was her after all these years. And she's like, happy birthday. And I'm like, she remembered? Like, that was the first person to ever say anything to me that day. It was already like, that was like 1 in the afternoon, I believe. And I just put thanks. And immediately she's just like, I'm sorry for everything. And then that shit ruined my day immediately. Because I was like, that's it? Just not even an acknowledgement of what those things were, just everything. But I didn't bother. I was just like, okay. And she's like, I saw the news like a couple months ago. I'm sorry for your dad. And I was like, don't you dare. Like, you know. Like, ugh. And so from there, I blocked her not long after, and I was like, fucking hell, dude. Like, I didn't start feeling like shit because, like, oh, the religion. No, it was more of just, like, I didn't want to deal with any of that, ever. I mean, Like, you think she would get the hint after I blocked her on everything after. Like, freshly. And I do feel bad to an extent nowadays, or even after, because I get her intentions were pure. But I don't know. I wonder if she ever took the time to read those messages back and understood that, like, cheating on someone ain't fun. Like, I don't know. I remember between those years, I kept hearing from her friends, or her old friends, because some of them had left her. And they were texting me. I think Julia was one of them, and I always forget how to say her name, but it's like Almendra. She was a fucking ball and a half. She was cool. She would just randomly text me every now and then, be like, Art, I had some new shoes, and I'm like, fuck yeah. But she was cool. Or, oh my god, the fucking goofiest thing was she got a Batman fidget spinner. And she was like, I'm so excited to show my boyfriend. And I was like, hell yeah. Did you get him one? And she was like, no. And I'm like, dog, come on. They're expensive. And I'm like, okay. And, oh, you're just gonna send me money to buy a fidget spinner? And I'm like, fuck, if you need some, I guess. But I'm gonna have to give it to you in person because I don't have a bank. And she's like, you don't even know where I live. And I'm like, somewhere in Brownsville, I'll figure it out. And I should not have said that. Fucking whatever. And it was goofy, obviously. I never pursued anything weird like that. I just wanted to be funny. But she was cool. Fucking... But they kept me in the loop sometimes, and I told them not to. And they were like, I think about a year and a half later, Julia messaged me, if anything. Because we were still, I mean, I think it was my freshman year. Julia messages me, and she's like, hey, can I ask you something? And I was like, hi, sorry, I mean, I'm sorry for how long it's been for one, but yeah, go ahead. And she's like, no, it's fine. Do you miss her? And I was like, who? Elizabeth? No. And she was just like, oh, well, it's because she's been talking about you, like, every day since. And she said that she misses how funny you were. And I was like, that's it? My humor was really the pinnacle of fucking everything. Not like the sacrifices I made, or I don't know, patience or something. Like my fucking humor, dude. Like, go put on a fucking comedy show or something. I'm not your fucking jester. And I just texted her back like, cool, I'm sorry, but do me the favor and just don't tell her. She told her. And no. And then over time, Mendra would tell me about it, and she would tell me that she kept getting with people, like every month or so, or every couple of months, and immediately like breaking up with them. And I was just like, huh, okay. But I know it's because of the impact, I guess, I left that I didn't realize I had on anybody. And I tend to feel bad about it, but at the same time, I don't know, maybe just don't cheat forehead. It's not that fucking hard. And yeah, it's just crazy, man. But I don't know, I'm just kind of rambling about whatever comes to mind. But the story does not have a lesson for my recent, like, you know, stuff. I made the choices I made, and then I made them clearly, because, yeah, it's not because I felt guilt for, like, the previous things that happened in my life, and, no, I think I just genuinely just really cared, and, yeah, I loved. For the first time in my life, I I can confidently say that I felt what true love would have been. Or was. And it was a special thing to me, which is why I tried a lot. Yeah, it was amazing, and every factor present, and it doesn't compare to anything I've talked about right now, just because, I mean, those things are different. Even looking at them in, like, every detail possible, it's not the same. On the outside, it will look the same, but it ain't. And only I am able to determine that. Goddamn, my English went down in like a second. But anyway, I don't know. Excuse me. I'm not gonna do the comparisons and whatnot, just because, I mean, I feel like it's a bit strange to be talking about all that in terms of shit like that, but no. But I did want to talk about one thing. I told Bostrom this earlier, but I won't mention the exact details because I don't think I feel too comfortable sharing that here. But I was telling him, like, I think I've just been pretty insecure lately. And he's like, oh, about what? And I'm like, I think my image, man. Like, sure, I've made a lot of progress towards things that I kind of been, like, working on for a while, and it's nice to see, like, oh my god, I fucking... I told him, like, I'm starting to, like, get my slutty little waist back. And I was like, yeah, like, it's fun, it's great. Like, I already had the ridges where my fucking abs used to be and shit. But it's just, I don't know. I think the process itself still makes me insecure because I definitely have my days where, like, I'm bloated or something, and I'm just like, ugh. And I don't know, like, my face feels fucking fat sometimes, and I'm just like, oh my god, dude. Or I don't even know, like, sometimes my fucking hands feel bloated, but I think that's because of, like, insulin and insulin related shit. That's just a normal part of, like, my body. Well, I mean, I know I've had issues with that in the past. I mean, I was almost declared a borderline type 2 diabetic. So, but I know that most of that's already cleared out and I'm good nowadays. It's just, I wouldn't be surprised if there's something in there with all that. But, fucking, whatchamacallit. I was just telling him, like, I don't know. Like, I kind of miss when I was at a peak physique where I wasn't, like, fucking, I wasn't a fucking meatball, but I was still, like, in a decent condition where I felt a little more confident in my body, but not my face. And he was like, yeah, that'll get to you as you get older and you start noticing, like, the things you haven't been keeping up with for a while. And I'm like, yeah, and that's the thing. I've taken, like, a 2-month break at this point. Not because, like, I got lazy or anything, but because I got pretty sick, and, you know, fucking exercising while you're sick is the worst. You know, fucking running with the stuffy nose, especially at that time, cold fronts started coming in pretty frequently, and so, like, it just sucks. Yeah, and no, but I told him, like, I definitely need to get back on that before it gets any further, because I don't want to lose whatever progress I had made. And but even though I feel like I might have already, but not really. But no. But it's pretty exciting. I mean, I don't know. I haven't been working on a lot of weights, or I wasn't working on too many weights. Solely because the purpose is to lose weight, not gain, and, you know, I don't want that to turn into just muscle mass. But I gained a muscle mass regardless. because I was doing some heavy lifting at some point, and then I guess I'm guilty because I did do weights, but I don't know. But I don't know. Insecurity has been definitely kicking my ass every now and then, and I think today was one of those major days where like I think my brain has been as of today pretty conflicted on a lot of things, and I was so fucking overwhelmed earlier where I had to just sit or lay down on my couch and just relax for a bit because my brain felt like mush. I was just staring at the ceiling for a bit, and then I go through YouTube Shorts or something, and I just feel randomly tired or just shitty, and it's the worst, man. And it was just a lot, just like piling up on one another, and just yeah. But nonetheless, I got through it. It's still kind of lingering there, but it's not as bad. But I don't know. I'll figure those things out, and I'll try to get my routine again in terms of like that. I'm just I hate the feeling, but I feel like I'm gonna regret some of the things I rambled about. I mean, it's whatever's on my mind, really, so like it doesn't bother me too much, and I don't think it'll have any negative effect on anything. I mean, it's nothing pertains to anything nor is linked to anything specific that has been talked about. But I did make that clarification earlier in terms of the whole, fucking Elizabeth thing. Pretty embarrassing if she ever came across this. I heavily doubt it. For all she knows, I'm fucking dead. Not really. I don't know. I'm sure I'm definitely just like a fart in the wind type of thing. Which I'd rather be that than be fucking looked for. Unlike another fucking person that I don't want looking for me. Ugh. ANN. But no, she got engaged recently again for like the third time. So good on her, I guess. Not information I ever needed or wanted, but I heard from the grapevine, as white people say. No, fucking Adrian Luis. But nah, fucking I don't know. Insecurities are just kicking my ass. And it's not only physical insecurity, it's definitely mental as well. Where, like, I just kind of doubt myself on a lot of things in terms of, like, my own capabilities and stuff like that. And it just makes me afraid, and it sucks. Because I don't know. You know, when you think you overcome something and it comes back to bite you in the ass, it's just like, fuck me. It's like, I guess not, and it's normal. It's a part of growing up, but don't mean it don't feel fun. Sorry, don't mean that it's fun. Fucking sorry. I mean, yeah, I know it's definitely very fun. Hooray, yippee. But no, I don't know. I've been definitely trying to be more vocal about how I feel and stuff like that, because I want to be good at talking, because I don't think I feel like I am. Like, I can definitely make conversation at times, but I definitely lack a lot in terms of just social communication, which I don't look to improve a lot because I'm not a social butterfly by any means, but I would still like to have the, how do you say this? I would still like to have Or I would still like to try to just have that skill under my belt, which I think I do to an extent, but it's not as proficient, I guess, as you would expect it to be. But yeah, no, I mean, nah. This guy's from. I forgot I got the song from the guy from. Oh my god, I always call it How to Train Your Vampire to be funny with my sister, but now I forgot the actual name. Gay vampire show with Labak or whatever it is. It's not Labak, Lamar. He sounds like a fucking Western Revolver. Hey, I haven't finished it. I need to before season 2 comes out and they do the whole fucking backstory for blonde white man with a revolver name. But yeah, speaking about gay, I did watch Hero Rivalry, so that was a pretty fun watch. I'm sure I've mentioned it before. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. I won't lie that I was like kicking and giggling at times where I was like, oh, they're finally talking. Hooray. But, nah, yeah. I don't know. I see love is love at the end of the day. And I hate that people are fucking weird about, gays and shit like that. Just because, I mean, love is nice. Love is a good feeling. And to see love portrayed in that format where they have a hard time expressing it and they're trying their best at the end of the day, no matter what difficulties are in their way. Like, it's just like, fuck. That's beautiful. That's really nice. And, because to overcome those challenges with somebody and not just like fucking run and, get scared. I mean, to be scared is a part of love. And to really mean it is like amazing, And so seeing, people, actors like this, especially not these people are new to the whole industry, to be able to pull it off that well, I'm just like, damn. For one, that's impressive, and secondly, that's beautiful. I love it. It's great. And before like that phrasing itself gets fucking taken out of context and people are like, oh, what do you mean love is love? I mean between humans and gender and adults, not anything fucking weird. Fucking losers. I'm not talking to anyone specific. I'm just making up scenarios in my head. But I just imagine that's what I would say in terms of any response like that. Sorry, it's weird. But sorry for the hostility. I just, I don't know. Maybe I'm tired and I don't realize it or something. I don't know. But, yeah, no, I mean, a lot of things have been kicking my ass, but I've been managing fine. I won't lie that, like, I think last night I could not sleep for the fucking life of me. I think I didn't sleep till like 4 in the morning maybe. But my room felt hot, even though it was cold. I think my body just felt hot, and I couldn't get myself to sleep. My head started hurting, and I'm just tossing and turning. And then eventually I was like, you know what? I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna play fucking games on my phone. So I did. And I was like, this isn't working, so I'm gonna just turn on YouTube and just relax. Nothing really worked. I think the only thing that like kept me intrigued and I was like kind of like finally not feeling bad, I guess, was I've been watching the fucking VR videos where people play VR to catch a bunch of weirdos being weird. And as I was watching it, I was like, yeah, why are people like this with the whole fandom bane and all this shit? Like, I know most of them are just like chronically online and all that stuff, and but at the same time, it's still just like, what was the breaking point? You know, like it's interesting, I guess, to think about, but I also do feel bad because of the exposure I guess these people are having. Like, there's specific people I watch that don't just go and like literally bully the fuck out of these people because some of them are genuinely mentally ill, and I hate fucking people who make content like that where they pick on them, and I'm just like, no. Like, I saw this one where this guy was genuinely not well in the head. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, the signs were super clear, and they were just kind of fucking with him and making him do shit, and I'm just like, no. Like, I'm not watching this fucking channel. Like, this is disgusting. And I don't know, I think the ones that interest me more, I mean, I watched this guy named Proximity Chat. He's like the fucking the fucking boogeyman of VR chat from what I've seen, and I am quoting one of his titles and all that. But I like the way he does it because he doesn't like start things at all. Like, most times he'll just say a simple thing that's extremely harmless, and to anybody else like listening would be like a normal like conversation in a day in the life, but they immediately take up fucking wits and arms, and they are more than well capable adults that don't have anything extremely wrong with them. They're just choosing to be stupid. And it's just wild. It's just like, that shit fascinates me because I'm just like, why are people like that? That's so fucking weird. And obviously there's a lot of like fucking duos and couples and that shit that are weird that start wearing like Corpse Party-esque themed fucking avatars, or like avatars that look like they're straight out of IMVU or UV, whatever it's called back then. And they give them like exaggerated fucking body parts and fucking exaggerated jiggle physics and shit. Oh my god, it's fucking weird. And they start arguing about things that are just fucking weird. Like, I think the biggest one that like is always such a big head scratcher for me is when he goes and takes a picture of like their avatar models and stuff, and they start getting mad, and they're like, you don't have my consent to take a picture of me. And it's like, what the fuck? What do you mean? It's not you, it's your avatar that you definitely got off of someone else and you did not make yourself. I think the funniest one was someone did that and they had a avatar of Sonic, and I'm just like, this is not yours to claim. Like, no. And I don't know, they start yelling about like, you need consent to take pictures of me in a virtual fucking game, and I'm just like, what the fuck? And they start going off about like, it's illegal in like every state in the United States of America. And it's like, if that were the case, then any gaming console or even, you know, PC and shit that has an app or the capability to record a clip, whether it be, well, I don't know, whatever game, then we've all committed a fucking crime. Like, whoever has these consoles and like have done similar things. I mean, that would mean that I fucking committed a crime when, what was my last clip? I took a screenshot. Oh no, it was just, well, my last clip was Ostrom getting run over in GTA because I decided to play it again for a tiny bit because they're giving a bunch of free shit, and Ostrom was like, hey, let's get this free shit. And I was like, sure, I guess. And we did it, and it's been fun. But the fucking dude was just talking to me casually, and then he went quiet. And I'm like, oh, you got your car? And then as soon as they said that, someone with like a fucking car with a rocket booster ran over him, and he went fucking flying. And I was like, oh, wow. That's one thing PlayStation has over Xbox that I really wish Microsoft had integrated into our consoles besides Bluetooth, because I envy that so much. Oh my god, I wish I could wear my fucking wireless earbuds and play, like, or just listen to music. It'd be the dream and a half. But the capability of recording your own parties and stuff in a game clip. Because, oh my god, would I have had so many stupid clips by now. But, no, fucking legal issues and integration, and we want to make a stronger console, so we're gonna strip the whole fucking thing apart and only give you a fucking GPU in between some bread. Ugh, stupid. I hate it. Don't get me wrong, thing's great, it's amazing. I'm a fucking Xbox fanatic, but could we have not, like, have these things already implemented into the console? Because those things would have been so nice, and PlayStation users are always having a ball with that type of shit. So, like I said, I'm definitely envious about those, like, small things, and I'm sure there's definitely a lot more. I just can't think about it. Or I just can't think of any. I never really looked into those side of things besides what I've heard. But no. But anywho, I mean, no. That's those are the videos I was watching last night that I was like, wow. As for the ones that I said I would never watch again, I didn't even watch the entire thing. It was like a minute's worth in. That was like a fucking couple months ago where I had come across it, and I was like, you know what, why not? Maybe they do the same format as this other guy, of like where they just kind of like they don't instigate and be weird about it. And no, just within that minute, immediately I can just hear, and I was just like, no, like, this feels wrong in a lot of levels, and so just I don't know. Wish there was a way you can block channels. I mean, maybe there is, but I don't know. But I don't remember the name of the YouTuber, so if I come across him and that shit is like a thing, then maybe I will. But no, I think this was mainly just a casual yap sesh, just a bunch of random things. But yeah, no, I don't know. Obviously, anything I've talked about previously is probably still like there. Nothing too intense. I still, I guess, to mention this as I usually do before I end these, I still carry that hope that maybe one day we'll communicate again. But I won't keep it, I won't hold on to it too heavily because, I mean, I don't know anything. And I'm not trying to figure anything out like that because it's not my place to speak anymore. I'm more just, I definitely miss our friendship. And I always say I miss the relationship. I mean, I'd be lying if I fucking said I didn't. But, I mean, I missed the friendship even in the relationship. Like, I never left. And I wanted to make sure you knew that because a lot of people tend to do that, where when you get in a relationship, you immediately kind of change into this whole different being of just only love and care, and it's not just that, man. It's about rebuilding, trusting, and sorry, not rebuilding. I was thinking about something else in my head. It's about building, trusting, caring, listening, making someone feel seen, understanding, taking your time. And there's no steps to it. Just be you, be kind, be good, and be there. That's just common sense. At least to me. It's not all to a lot of people, but it's what built the majority of our friendship, along with all the quirks, the inside jokes, the silly, stupid things we shared together, and the things we found extremely rare to have the same liking in. Our likings, our dislikings, our major differences in terms of not only like style, of course, but in terms of personality. I loved, I love, I love how we disagreed on things and we challenged and clashed with each other in peaceful, civil ways, of course. But in manners that, like, I don't know, that was, that was true. That was a real thing. Because if it wasn't, then we'd be trying to constantly just agree with one another all the time on everything when we didn't. And the goofiest fucking mention of them all that I started thinking about recently because I was craving a fucking gas station burrito just with pure bean was when you and Gib fucking jumped me because I admitted to you guys that, no, I admitted to you before Gib, before we joined her for Warframe, that I always thought a burrito was literally what I've been eating this entire like time, like my entire life. Those gas station burritos that are just filled with beans, like seasoned beans, and they're fried and shit. And you're like, what? I don't even eat burritos, but like I know that a burrito is not just that. And I'm like, hey, look, I was poor. Oh my god, that shit was so fucking stupid. And then we joined Give, and I mean, it's my fault because I brought it up, and I was like, you want to tell her what you were making fun of me earlier? Because you had claimed that you were gonna tell me, or you're gonna tell her, and you guys were gonna fucking bully me. And God, no, fucking. Oh my god, the way Gibbs says what is always so funny too. What? After he told her, and she started just fucking saying the same shit you did. What did you think a burrito was? And I'm like, just beans. No. Oh my god, are you telling me you only had one? Like in your entire life? I'm like, yeah, Chipotle. Chipotle. Sorry, stupid. I was trying to do the accent, but I was like, no, it's cringy. But she's like, yeah, how the fuck, how have you lived? And I was like, I don't know, fine, I guess. I like my gas station burritos. And she's like, so you're telling me if the choice was in front of you, where you had a good like ground meat, chicken, or whatever type of burrito in front of you alongside a gas station bean burrito, you would still choose the other one? And I'm like, I would like to try the other ones, but hey, if I'm in the mood for a gas station burrito, dog, 99 cents for a pack of two, I'm gonna go with that. Oh, they're not 99 cents anymore. Fuck, oh my god. Sorry, I glitch in the fucking system, I guess. The computer. Make sure this man lives a happy life. Shit's been in my fucking For You so much, and I love it. I love when it's nice and not like the weird ones where like there's this one guy who does it weird and goes in public to be fucking a nuisance. And there's the original creator who just does random goofy shit. Computer. Make this man gay. Anywho, and I just remember you guys fucking jumping me for that. No, so goofy. But I don't know, our disagreements and everything were great, and yeah, I don't regret a bit of it. I do definitely have regrets. I wish I communicated better. And I feel like me saying that, people might look upon, or you might look upon it and be like, it wasn't you. And I was like, no. I need to take accountability for the things I still did that I could have definitely done better. Even if they were perceived as not bad, I don't care because I know I could have done better. I mean, at the end of the day, we all can as human beings, in whatever the situation you're partaking in or whatever the fuck. And so I don't want to act oblivious to it because I don't want guilt to carry along with me. And so I'll admit that I definitely could have done better in the communication aspect of things. And agree or deny or whatnot, I'm happy that I can realize that, I guess. Excuse me, sorry. But no, yeah, I just I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I still think about you every day. I don't do anything excessive or whatnot. I just think about you. And I'm not keeping myself in the rut that I've been feeling. I mean, I've been working on things ever since day one. And, yeah, because I mean, I can't stop just moving in life. But I don't think I'm ready to just leave just yet. Or I don't think that feeling is ever gonna go away, if I'm being honest. And it's not because I don't want it to or anything like that. I mean, love, when you truly feel it, I've learned that it never just fades, and however you want to take it or do with it, that's up to you. And as for me, I think I'd like to hold on to it for a bit longer. Or forever, if that's okay. It was nice. And so with that, a little chin of hope is there that maybe one day we'll catch up again. But even with that, I know I can't accept things pretty fast and easily, because that's the normality of things. You know, I have self-respect for myself, and I'd rather not just act like nothing happened. There's no reason to dwindle to the past, but to talk about the present. And so, if anything like that ever happens, I think that's what I intend to do. As for whether it'll happen or not, I don't know. But I'll keep moving. For now, I guess, to sound like a broken record again and again, you're obviously still in mind. You've never left, and sometimes I catch myself thinking about the silliest of fucking things and holding on to memories that were special to me. Because you can always cherish the good. But again, I'm not keeping myself anywhere I shouldn't. I can promise you that. As you know me, I'm bad at breaking promises. But I guess nonetheless, I always wish you well. Even if you don't back. That's okay. I won't hold a grudge. I won't be mad. Nor will I be hurt. As you have no obligation in that. Just as I don't either, but I choose to, nonetheless. Because you weren't just somebody I met through the internet. To me, you were a lot more than that. I saw a genuine future in things, and it seemed great. It was amazing. And I'll never forget that. I don't want to forget that. But it's my choice at the end of the day. And I'm okay with it. I know I'll be okay. I always find a way. Promise. Maybe one day. Just maybe. But that's not for me to predict. And at the end of the day, I think anyone may question any of this, and they might perceive it differently, or, I don't know, find something negative about whatever. And to that, it's okay. But at the end of the day, I'd rather suffer than feel nothing. No matter how painful. No matter how saddening. I'll learn from it. And I'll understand what it is. I promise. I never want to change that about me. Sometimes the stubbornness I hold is worth keeping. And I know my limits. I know how to go by it. And I'm not going to just abandon everything I worked hard on. It took me a while to get to the position I'm at nowadays, and I'm happy to say that I'm proud of myself. As much as I want someone else to be proud of me one day, I'm the first thing to be proud of me, and I am. I've been through hell and back, and I am still confused as to how it shaped the person you see today. Because I still have my moments where I question the deservance of things. I'll still have my moments of insecurity, and I'll still have all these things as any normal human being would. As that is the norm, no matter what. That is what makes everyone unique in the way they handle, the way they go, the way they perceive, the way they breathe even, and I'll take it. And maybe I'll think something different tomorrow or feel something different the next, and maybe that'll change, and that's fine. I'll figure it out even then. So, as for whatever perception this is given and whatever emotion is felt, just know that it's still me. It's the true me, and I don't see it as a negative thing. But maybe I still have a lot to learn. And as for that, I'll do it. I mean, I love learning. I love trying to figure and discover, and I'll figure it out for the third time. As for you, just stay safe. Be okay. Do better, do good, and accomplish things, and even the smallest of victories. Relish in them and be happy, just as you deserve. I mean, if you need to take anything out of what I taught you or you learned from me, picked up, and do it. Don't feel like you're copying me. I mean, all the things I showed you and I, allowed you to peer in terms of me and the perception I hold, it's not exclusive to me. If it helps you, then I'm more than happy to have done something like that. As even without me there, I wouldn't just abandon you with anything like, or without anything like that. I know you'll do better, and I know you'll do your best. And even now that I'm not there, and just know you'll still be seen. In terms of just, I'm always going to be proud of you. That is the truth. And it'll always be. You're always going to be thought of and cared for, even if it ain't right by me. Just be okay. That's all I ask, really. But I need to lay down or probably grab something to eat because I feel like that stomach rumbling feeling sneaking in, and I'd rather not lay down with that feeling just because it's annoying. I don't even know if I have anything light to eat. I have frozen strawberries that I thawed out, but I was gonna use it for a smoothie. Do I just I don't know. I also just brushed my teeth not long ago, so I'm just like, I don't know. I'll think about it if whether or not I'll choose to snack on something. It's 3 in the morning. Wow. Damn. I was hoping to sleep a bit earlier, but I still feel pretty wide awake, and I was gonna watch creepypastas with my little sister before she went to bed, but she ended up being tuckered out pretty early, so that Roblox gaming really is an exhausting task. Not to fucking make fun of her, it's just goofy. But alright, well, I wish you well. And to anybody who ever may come across any of this. I know a good majority of whatever I just said is probably going to sound like I'm just mumbling things. And I'm sorry. I just sound like I mumble all the fucking time, and I wish I could change it. I mean, I know talking a bit louder would probably fix that issue, but it's hard. So forever, I don't know, maybe I'll just start sounding like Crazy Day from Plants vs. Zombies. All like that one guy on TikTok. Fucking banger. But have a good night, good morning, good day, good afternoon. I don't know. Whatever. Just have a good everything. As for me, I'm gonna figure out what to do. If I can't sleep, I'm probably gonna frame more and grind the circuit, because I think there's only like a couple hours left, and I want to do the steel pass circuit for the incarnation shit that I got. That I did it last time within the last hour, and it was so fucking annoying. It was stressful. But Godspeed and all those things. Amen or whatever. I don't know. I'm just talking to talk. Good night. And, well, as always, and then of course I need to stay here for a second longer too, otherwise it won't register, and I'm gonna look like a